All right, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 67 of my Gateway Experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. The purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. The Gateway Experience is a scientific, repeatable process of self-mastery. It consists of 6 waves with 6 tapes in each wave. I am currently on the second wave and the third tape called 1 month patterning. Today was my 4th day doing this tape, and I'm going to be talking about a little bit of the ins and outs and the things that I've experienced so far. So if you haven't seen any of my other videos, go ahead and check those out. That way you can get caught up and you can see where we started and where we are now. So let's get straight into it. Right now it is it's a Sunday, October 30th, 2022, and it's 10:25 a.m. Last night I went to sleep kind of early, I think like 10. We had a birthday party. It was a birthday party for my nephew, Aiden. He turned 4, which is incredible. And that is my sister's son and my brother-in-law's son. So, pretty great. Today is a day of work, like yesterday, but mainly just work for me. So I work every day. But yeah, tuning into this video here. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate the comments, I appreciate the likes, and the continued watching. So, thank you. I'm recording from a different place today. This is my sister's old bedroom, and yeah, that way there won't be too much noise. The computer might kind of slip down, so I have to like hold it. It's just a laptop that I have here on my lap, and yeah. So woke up this morning, I think around 8 as well. And I think actually it was more around 8:40. So making okay time with doing the routine today. And I did my morning routine and everything, and I did the tape. And what I encountered doing this 1 month patterning tape today was all of the old patterning that I was subject to throughout, not all of it, right? Just some here and there. But it gave me an insight into now being able to share quite a few more. It was like, okay, I'm getting ready to focus on the things that I want to focus on consciously, and a couple things that I didn't put there, that were put there by my outside influences, were showing up. So one that can come up that I think about, that was the one that I was thinking about specifically, was video games. I would play these role-playing games, and these role-playing games had transformative powers of the characters, and it wasn't necessarily a positive thing. There's a lot of symbology if you look at a lot of these games that young kids are playing and being patterned after. And if you don't think that stuff makes ripples, you better believe it does, because you have another thought coming. And it's definitely powerful stuff, so it's important for us to do it consciously, and to, you know, the things that I've talked about before in these videos. So yeah, I want to talk about the 7 aspects of the patterning that we talk about through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. And that starts out with the physical pattern. So if you envision your body or your physical self, and then it moves on to your mental. So this gives you an opportunity to focus in your consciousness, your mind's eye, what it is that you want to look like physically, mentally, emotionally. And then it moves on to our greater self, which I mentioned yesterday, which I believe consists of if you really want to talk about G with a capital, greater with a capital G, it's really about our relationships and the way we interact with one another. Yeah, you want to look at what do you want that to look like? Not what other people are putting in your subconscious mind through television, or the way that you perceive different dramas and the main character, the way the main character behaves, or when you go on YouTube, the way these actors are doing these things. But how do you want that to look like? And I know, like, a lot of people don't want to think about it because we're so used to not thinking. And I found myself in that situation as well. It's like, hey, actually my brain is atrophied to the point where I don't even want to think about it. Like, I just want to look up something and then them tell me what I should be thinking. Like, that's not the right way to do things, because then you're giving away all of your power to someone else, to something else that you don't even know what their intention is necessarily. So greater self, and then it moves on to where do you want to be. So envision, where do you want to be in life, or even in your other realm self, your out-of-body experience. This is an opportunity to really set that intention and see what happens. And then what do you want to do, right? So envision that, and then what do you want to achieve? So these are the 7 aspects of the 1 month patterning tape. And I do know that it is called 1 month patterning, but I don't think I'm going to be doing it for a total of 30 days, at least not this time around. Because I set that intention of just doing these 10 days each, and I think that's exactly, I'm just going to stick to it. And then I do believe that I'll be going back to certain tapes, like the release and recharge tape. I think that's a really powerful one. I will definitely be going back to that one. And other tapes like this one, 1 month patterning, and then maybe later on the problem solving tape, if I ever have a problem that it's bogging me down. But yeah, I'm very happy with these tools that I've got here from the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. They are very powerful. They definitely work, and if you're open-minded to it, then you can definitely make them work for yourself. So, yeah, let me think of a good analogy. I guess I just talked about thinking, and I mean, the obvious analogy is the going to the gym or going on a run. If you just put the repetitions in, if you just show up every day, and it's not going to be easy at first, so you have to just forgive yourself. If you miss a day, or you miss a week, or you miss a month, or you miss half a year, that's fine. Just get back on the horse. Just get right back on that repetition of what it is that you want to do, because that allows you to be a sovereign individual. That allows you to be have the power to direct. You are now at the steering wheel of the spaceship, and you can now set the intention of where it is that you want to end up and what do you want to see. You know, I read this book and I think it's very powerful. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. And I don't see sales as a bad thing. I see sales as a presentation. Obviously, people, they misuse that skill of communication, and they present, or they give to others with their voice and their consciousness from the darkness instead of the light. And I am not perfect. I have fallen victim to and I don't even want to call myself a victim. I have been tempted by the short-term gratification, the selfish desires, as I talked about yesterday with the walking into a gas station and taking a donut. That is not the right thing to do, because, okay, yeah, it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be, it's going to fill me up, it's going to make me, you know, it's going to taste really good or whatever. but then it's going to go away, and then I'm going to have that feeling of knowing. If you just want to think about it as a selfish aspect, you're going to have that feeling of that, like, hey, you took something, and your greater self knows that, so I don't want to, like, beat that dead horse too much, especially on this channel, because that's not necessarily what this is about. But what you want to do is you want to focus on giving, and I think that there is obviously a great potential for that. And so what I want to bring back to you guys today watching this is give you this perspective that I got from this book called The Greatest Salesman in the World. And you've got here this young camel tender, someone that cleans up and takes care of these camels in the desert, and this very wealthy salesman, and they're having a conversation. You can call him a merchant, you can call him a businessman, whatever you want to call him, but at the end of the day, he generates revenue for his business by transacting and giving to other people, and he does charge a price for it, and what he gives is his customer service. He gives great quality goods, and he does what he says, and he says what he does, right? So he has that integrity. And that's the only way that he was able to build wealth. And this salesman talks to this young boy, and this young boy asks him, hey, how do I want to be like you, and I want to be wealthy. And this older guy that has gone through life in the right way says, the only difference between myself and the beggar on the street is that the beggar on the street thinks only of his next meal, and I think only of the meal that will be my last. Okay? So I just want to remind you guys of that. As far as this physical world goes now, obviously I think at this point it's pretty obvious if you've watched my videos that we are more than our physical body. So energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only change states. So when we leave this solid physical, or seemingly solid physical realm, we do not just cease to exist. But while we are here, we can start to remember and to think, okay, what is it that we want to experience before we leave and maybe start over, or maybe go to another realm or whatever. Especially because we're here, might as well remember it and might as well use the time that we have been given wisely and consciously. So I think that's what I've got for you guys today. If you are so inclined, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe we can go back and forth on there and be in the light, be out here, sharing with others. What is it? What are your goals? I think you guys know my goal is to be a builder physically in the physical realm. With I used to play Minecraft a lot growing up, and I made Minecraft videos and stuff. That's just always been something that I love to do, is to build. And obviously you need the materials and you need the resources, but I really want to build a master built community where my family and friends and even other people can come in and experience what is possible in the physical reality. And if they want to go and talk about, share their experiences outside of the physical reality, I think that's amazing as well. And I think that's sometimes even more important. So, yeah, that's what I've got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Peace.